My posting style is probably threefold. Definitely in under 30 seconds type of strategy where I just posted a video about how to get 1,000 views. I'll post movie clips, 15 seconds or less movie clips, where the character saying "I love you," or it's in a major movie that everybody loves, like Pretty Woman or Ghost, things like this. So I definitely have that type of posting style. I'll do poems, or they're probably more like spoken word performances or rants, but I'll do poems under 15 seconds. Just thoughts that come into my head, like, I love being wrong. Makes me smarter, makes me a better person. Power is having the justifiable ability to do harm, and we don't. These sorts of things, quotes, poems, whatever you want to call them. I got a whole bunch of that stuff. I'm actually lucky because I'm a content creator that creates a vast wealth of content, and I'm talking about writing songs, playing guitar songs, singing songs. I'm a painter. I paint on canvas, beautiful colored paintings. I write poems, as I mentioned. I have books I've written, literature. I take clips and video recordings from anything I possibly can. From Serena Williams in the 2012 Olympics doing the sea walk to a Rickroll video reversed. Just whatever, fun stuff, whatever I'm into at the time or at the moment. I do a lot of long form stuff. Howard Stern talks a lot about going from terrestrial radio to Sirius XM satellite radio, where now he's able to do, it's not just that he can curse whenever he wants, and he says, of course, he curses a lot, but it's the fact that he can do long form stuff. And YouTube is really good for long form stuff. Howard's talking about 3-hour interviews. I do 3-hour spoken word performances. I go on rants about bipolar and mental health and the broken healthcare system and how serious of an issue this is for disabled people and for people who need mental health and blah, blah, blah. YouTube gives me the ability to do these long form conversations. I can really get into subjects. I can really get into my personal diagnosis and my personal psychosis and my emotions and my experiences and what I'm experiencing live right now. Stuff like that is super, super great on YouTube. So I do videos. I don't know what my longest video is, but I definitely have done videos 3 hours. I've made songs. I've made songs that are that long too. I think my longest song is probably like 3 hours. Anyway, so my posting style is, there's no clickbait. I'm very direct to the point. This is what the fuck it is. This is what you're going to see. This is what you're going to get. I don't ever ask anyone to like, subscribe, or comment, or stick my videos up their dirty assholes. I don't ask anyone to do any of that stuff. I never have. I never will. That's not my style. I really don't give a fuck if anyone even watches one of my videos. For me, I just love making them, and it's fun actually editing them and putting them together into a YouTube video. It's fucking great. And if I get one view on a bipolar video, hey, if that person even listened to just a few seconds of my content, my bipolar content, that's like crazy. People say, hey man, if I can just touch one person. I've touched 14 people actually. Well, I've touched more than that. I fucked 14 chicks. I'm not sure about the a few of them. There was possibly a farm animal in there too, but So, but as far as like people say, if I could just touch one person, it's well worth it. That's so true. It's so true, man. Absolutely true. I mean, I'm here secluded in my art studio. I have no contact with the outside world. I make these videos strictly for myself, basically, as an outlet to express myself, work my thoughts out, my emotions out, all of my ideas, creative ideas, and have fun and play around and do kinds of fun stuff. I do dance parties. I'll do impromptu dance parties. Just break out in the middle of the day, turn on a Cure song, and just start dancing to Friday I'm in Love, and just being able to record that zest, that experimentation, that liveliness, that raw hunger for truth and fun and love. It's all there, man. It's all there, and I don't try to portray it. It's just in everything I do. You can't listen to me. You can't hear my content, any of my content, without knowing that this is the real deal, Holyfield, that I'm throwing everything I have into this. I have no reason not to. So, there's no clickbait. My titles are very specific. I even use brackets in the first part of my titles on the left. The industrial brackets, the square ones, not the parentheses, the round ones, but the square ones. And I'll put in there exactly what this clip is just to help people out. Because I don't want anyone watching my shit that doesn't want to be watching it. I don't want anyone clicking on my shit, wasting their time that they don't need to be clicking on it. So I try to do my best to let them know exactly what it is, for better or for worse. Movie clip I put in there all the time. Out the studio, if I have a painting I just finished, in progress, if I have a painting that I'm working on, still wet. That's more of a sexual post, but no, I'm just playing around. Painting, still wet, getting video and pictures of it still wet, in progress kind of thing. What else do I put in there? Music clips, audio, art, poem, spoken word, rants, GIFs, and fuck yous, memes, songs, whatever, whatever subject you can think of, I put in there in those brackets in the first upper left part of the title. And then in the title, it's exactly what it is. So let's just use an example, Serena Williams, so I really don't need to put any sort of bracket there for her or for what it is. Everybody knows what they're looking at in the video, because people are also looking at the video, the thumbnails, right? You're looking at the time. How long is this video? 15 seconds. Okay, I can do that. And then they look at the video itself, the actual visual, and they say, oh, that's Serena Williams. I know her. Yeah, she's a tennis player. She's the best tennis player, one of the best. She's the best. She's the best. She's one of the best ever to live. Is she the best? I don't know. Have an argument in the comments. Oh, I just told you to comment. I never do that. It's the first time I've ever done that. Oh no, I've done comments. It didn't work, but I tried where I'll post free paintings. I have tons of drawings and paintings on Bible paper, Torah paper, and I just draw penises and with balls and draw words suck my dick and stuff like that. And I was just giving these away as free paintings, so I made each one a video and posted the video, just a few seconds, and I did say, comment below. I said, this is a free painting. Whoever comments what it means to you the most, why you deserve it, comment, and I'll choose one. Or not, I'm not even choosing one. The comment with the most likes gets the painting. And I would just send it to their local post office or local UPS or something like that. And it could work out pretty good. But it didn't work out, whatever. I always try new, fun, different stuff. And sometimes I fall on my face, and sometimes it works out awesome. I did some postings of Whitney Houston. Everybody loves Whitney Houston, is obsessed. You got the old school, like me, like my older, sister, and even older than that, Whitney Houston, like my mom, even, in the 80s, enormous Whitney Houston fan. So anyway, point is, you got the new age Whitney Houston fans. You got the 80s coming back around, right? Everyone's into the 80s and the 90s. Saved by the Bell and Friends and all kinds of other shit like that. And So you got Whitney Houston, who's just in the middle of it all with the most angelic voice, right? And just the coolest personality and just the most beautiful woman. And I just was, I was just on a Whitney Houston trip, and I was just posting videos, clips of her videos or clips from just portions of her videos. And I was posting, Whitney Houston. I'd post the song name and the year, and oh, I know what I was doing. I was just capturing the highs of each song. So she actually has a lot more hits than you would even like think. Okay, like there's like 20 hits or something like that. It's crazy, like maybe 15, but there's some huge ones. And so like I Want to Dance with Somebody, for example, that's just one song. So as the song crescendos, she'd be like, I want to dance with somebody, whatever, right? And it goes to like the high part. Anyway, so I would just capture that clip and post that, and just say, the denouement, or whatever it's called, the rise of the song, and it's just like the most emotionally uplifting part of the song. That's just what it is. It's just because it's the rise in each one of her songs. They all have it. They're just ballads, These are just unbelievably well sung and just belted out loud ballads. The most beautiful voice of her generation, for sure. Some people say that Mariah Carey is up there with her, because Mariah Carey has a bigger range. Mariah Carey can go higher than I think anyone has ever gone before. Her high octaves are so high. It's just, she's out of this world. And then she can go low too. But, these are your Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron type of arguments. Your Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali type of arguments. So it's very hard to say. But anyway, so I'll have a clip of Serena Williams doing the sea walk at the 2012 Olympics, and I'll put all that in the title: Serena Williams Sea Walk 2012 Olympics. And so what happens, I think, to something like that is that they'll see the clip. The clip's like 49 seconds, right? When you play it, you get this awesome Ice Cube beat. It just drops like crazy. It's the Crip Walk song. Anyone that knows Ice Cube, anyone that knows, Sea Walkin', it's the song. And it just drops, and so it just comes in. It's I put it in there myself. I mean, it's in every clip you ever find online of it. The song is there on all of them. It's just, I just put my own version of the Ice Cube song. I laid it over the clip perfectly. I wanted it to be perfect, so I took a live version of Ice Cube doing the Sea Walk song, where he says, I want to thank everybody at the end of just the song, because it's live. He improvises, I think, and he says, "I want to thank you," in replace of the lyrics. So anyway, they're looking at 49 seconds. They're like, all right, 49 seconds is a little long. Can I take the time? Well, I got the time right now. Okay, fine, I'll take the time. They then go to the visual of the video, and they're like, okay, Serena, love her. Everybody loves Serena. This was a very controversial thing she did in 2012. Rock out, obviously such a rebel, and so controversial, and just so fantastic at the same time. But anyway, but then what might happen is, so they see Serena, and everybody loves Serena, right? Serena, forehand, backhand, Serena, right? She's like the greatest. She's so strong and tough and so amazing at tennis. And everybody in America loves her, except for the racist ones. So anyway, everyone looks at Serena in the visual, and they're like, okay, that's Serena, blah, blah, blah. Then they go to the title, and it says Serena Williams, and they're like, oh yeah, that's who that is. Okay, that's great. That's who, I thought that's who that was. Now it's telling me that's Serena. And then 2012 Olympics. A lot of the viewers might not know what Sea Walk is. A lot of them don't, so they might just be like, Sea Walk. Oh, that's just Serena walking, at the Olympic Games, just walking like in a sea motion, just walking around the court in a sea type of formation, right? These people don't know. So they probably just gloss over that. They have no idea. The ones who do know what Seawalk means and what Seawalk is an abbreviation for, those people are down for watching it, of course. And then those who do know what it is but are offended by it, which there's a big crew of people because this was a big controversial thing, those people are either not going to watch it because they're anti, so like, I'm not watching this piece of filth, or in the Howard Stern world, where the majority of his viewers on his old radio show in the 80s, I think it was, and the 90s, yes, 80s and 90s, the majority of his viewers or listeners were haters, right? They wanted to hear what he had to say next. He's cursing, he's talking, he's doing sex, he has lesbian dating game, he's offending everybody, he's putting chicks on vibrating speakers and giving them orgasms as he turns it up to 11. I mean, this is just driving some portion of the country insane. And so he had to pay millions in fines. He got kicked off, his license revoked, all kinds of shit and trouble. And he just kept fighting and he kept doing his thing. And everybody knows, everybody knows how that played out. And he's the greatest to ever do it. And he broke all the barriers. And now everything has changed. And now you have independent radio where you can do whatever you want. So anyway, so the people will then see Olympics 2012. Oh, that's nice. That's cute. I want to see Serena walking around the 2012 Olympics. And then they'll press play, and then it just drops on them. Okay, so maybe that is somewhat of a bait and click. I don't know, but if there is one, that's probably one of my only ones, and I did not do it on purpose. But this is just the the ramifications of such a post. The beat drops. And it drops hard, man. It drops really fucking hard, and it's just that's Ice Cube just dropping it hard. And so then Serena starts, sea walking. And for those who've never seen a sea walk before, it is one of the most beautiful things you'll ever see a human being's feet do. It is so beautiful. It is so artfully done. It is so charismatic and musical and dance and beautiful, and it's a form of communication is what it is, and it's just the most fantastic thing. So when she sea walks and she breaks it down, you're looking at something amazing, whether you agree with it or not. Those that are offended, they click off the video. Those that aren't offended, they're having a great time. Some are being introduced to this for the first time ever, and so they're totally enjoying them. They're being introduced to Ice Cube for the first time, to the Crip Walk for the first time. Anyway, but so that's just an idea of a lot of my postings and my style. I'm not a clickbait at all. I'm very controversial. And if I can push the envelope of what a copyright infringement is, if I can break the rules of YouTube, I'm doing it. I've had accounts, YouTube accounts, being taken down with thousands of videos on them and content destroyed, all because I just wouldn't stop using the N-word, and they just kept drilling on me. Even though I was using it in poems and artistically, they kept drilling it on me. And I'm not using it right now, not just to be safe or whatever. I just didn't feel like using it. But you don't have to always use the actual, curse word or negative term all the time. You don't want to overdo it. You still got to keep its sound and purpose in its place. Anyway, so I do tons of videos that are controversial. Lots of anti-religion stuff, lots of anti-race, anti-sexuality, anti-hate. I'm part of the LGBTQIA plus community. I'm asexual and I have bipolar, so there's a lot of content there. I'm also creative, as I mentioned. I have a lot of creative outlets. When I go on just creating videos, making movies, that's what I do. I'll tap my pen on the desk, to me, a psycho calling a corporation and make a song out of it. All kinds of different stuff like that. So no, I'm definitely not looking for views. I'm just having a great time making this stuff and just documenting my experience as a creative, as a content creator, and my experience with bipolar, my experience with depression and mental health, and trying to get doctors and the difficulties. I document all that stuff too. Me trying to get doctors and the difficulties of achieving medical help for people with mental health. It's very difficult to do. And so I just basically am documenting everything and mostly what it is and just having a good time and kicking some ass while I'm doing it.